These are the Achuar people, one of our planet's most remote indigenous groups. The Achuar are an ancient dream culture still living in harmony with their ancestral land. Nearly 2 million acres of pristine tropical rainforest in Ecuador and Peru. In the late 1980s, the Achuar elders and shamans began having dreams and visions that a grave threat was coming to their people. The Achuar soon realized what that threat was, as they began to see what contact with the outside world and its thirst for oil was doing to the land and cultures of their indigenous neighbors. And so, the Achuar made a bold move. They reached out to create a partnership with the very world that was threatening to destroy them. In 1995, a call issued forth from the heart of the natural world that was heard thousands of miles away by a small group of people in the modern world. In the summer of that year, in a remote village in the rainforest, these two worlds came together, and the Pachamama Alliance was born. The Pachamama Alliance organizes trainings and workshops in legal and collective rights, mapping, and land titling, as well as planning and accounting. The Alliance has provided the Achuar with solar-powered radios for communication. They have helped the Achuar establish an indigenous-owned aviation service. And they have supported ecotourism as an economic alternative for the region. Through its foundation in Ecuador, the Alliance now works with the Achuar both in Ecuador and Peru, and has helped usher in a new era of cooperation among the Achuar and all of their indigenous neighbors, each of whom has now requested its own partnership. As a result, the Pachamama Alliance now works with indigenous groups who are custodians of more than 5 million acres of pristine tropical rainforest. The Alliance also works at the regional and national levels. When the nation of Ecuador was creating an entirely new constitution, the Pachamama Alliance introduced and championed the idea that nature should be recognized as possessing fundamental rights. The result was a true breakthrough.
El Ecuador es el primer país en el mundo en reconocer los derechos de la naturaleza en su constitución. El reconocer los derechos de la naturaleza significa tratar a la naturaleza como un alien a quien proteger y no como algo que se destruye, que se explota.
Today, the Pachamama Alliance is recognized as one of the most effective organizations partnering with indigenous people in all of Latin America. Is this partnership working? Well, in 1997, the Ecuadorian government announced plans to open this entire region for oil development, threatening millions of acres of primary rainforest. If this had been the old story, by now this territory would have looked like this. But because of the strength of the indigenous organizations and the ongoing support of the Pachamama Alliance and its allies, this priceless natural treasure is still untouched, roadless, and pristine.
From the very beginning, our indigenous partners told us that it was really, really great that we were working with them in the Amazon shoulder to shoulder. But that was only half the battle. They told us that if we really wanted to protect their lands permanently, we would need to go to work in our part of the world. And as they put it, we would need to change the dream of the North, the dream of the modern world.
Out of our work with them, we came to see that we in the modern world truly are in some kind of a trance, living in a dream that's threatening to destroy not only the rainforest and their way of life, but the health and well-being of our entire planet. Our society is on a completely unsustainable path, and experts everywhere are saying that we have a limited time to turn things around.
So in response to the request that came from its indigenous partners, the Pachamama Alliance launched a major initiative here in the North, and its name reflects its ambitious purpose: awakening the dreamer, changing the dream. The heart of this initiative is an interactive group experience called the Symposium, and its mission is to bring forth a new dream, an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, socially just human presence on this planet.
Our intent is to train thousands of people who will deliver it to millions and form alliances with hundreds of organizations to get it out as widely as we possibly can. Our purpose is to ignite a global conversation that makes this new dream a reality.
And it's become clear to me that we're working on nothing less than the sustainability of life itself. And that moves me to my core, that that's ultimately what the Pachamama Alliance is, not out of some arrogance, but out of the profound humility of being alive at a time when we can live the most meaningful lives any generation of humankind has ever lived.
Today, the Pachamama Alliance is a vital, vibrant, active working partnership between a growing number of people of the modern world and indigenous people of the rainforest. Between people committed to bringing to bear the brilliance of the modern world and people who still draw on their deep connection to nature for their guidance and their wisdom. Rather than a clash of cultures, we are witnessing a powerful merger between two different worlds, each committed to exchange the gifts they offer each other, gifts of practical knowledge combined with deep ancient wisdom that ultimately can help bring forth an entirely new future and a new dream, an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, socially just human presence on this planet.